What if scaling your business wasn't just about systems, strategies, and hustle? What if it was about aligning with deeper layers of consciousness? What if it was about tapping into the quantum field of infinite possibility where scaling isn't forced, but it flows naturally from clarity, alignment, and intentional action? I'm Jeff, and today we're exploring the quantum business model, an approach that fuses consciousness with strategy and aligns your business with universal principles to scale effortlessly and sustainably. This isn't just a new model, it's a new way of thinking, a new way of being, and a new way of creating success in harmony with deeper realities. This is the quantum nature of business growth, because business growth isn't linear, it is quantum. It expands and leaps, shaped by unseen forces like belief, intention, and frequency. In the quantum field, reality is not fixed, it's fluid. It's shaped by observation and intention. What you focus on, you amplify. The prism of the aeons teaches us that reality reflects our internal state. This is the principle of temporal resonance, where your thoughts and your emotions shape your outcomes of tomorrow. Now, scaling a business requires more than systems. It requires mastering the invisible forces of intention, of belief, and energy. When you align these forces, growth accelerates naturally. You must think beyond strategy and into the alignment of your business. Think about how your actions, your thoughts, and your energy are aligned. Are they aligned with what your desire is to scale for your business? Ask yourself, where am I unconsciously limiting my growth by focusing on obstacles instead of the infinite possibilities that are available to me in every moment in the quantum and otherwise? Because scaling begins with belief. When your thoughts, your emotions, and your energy align with this expansion, the quantum field reflects that reality back to you. Consciousness is the ultimate business accelerator. It's awareness. It's the fact that the more conscious you are of your patterns, of your beliefs, of your actions, the more you can shape the outcomes that you desire intentionally. In business, unconscious patterns are what keeps you stuck, like fear, scarcity thinking, and hesitation, procrastination. But conscious awareness dissolves all of these patterns and frees up that bandwidth and that intellect and that creativity for you to move your business forward. The default mode network in the brain is where these unconscious loops play out. Conscious visualization and emotional alignment will disrupt these loops and create new pathways for success. The prism of the aeons reminds us that consciousness expands through reflection. And the more you reflect on how your thoughts shape your business, the more power you have to change the game. Because scaling doesn't come from doing more. It comes from being more. It comes from being more aligned. It comes from being more intentional, being more conscious. Ask yourself, what unconscious patterns have been limiting my growth? How can I bring them into conscious awareness to release them, transmute them? Because consciousness is the accelerator. The more conscious you are of your thoughts and energy, the faster you can align with and create exponential growth in your business, in your life. If we add leadership to the equation, leadership in the quantum presence aspect of it, it's not about control, it's about presence, right? People don't follow systems, they follow energy. And quantum leadership is really more about resonance. It's not about top-down control. It's where your energy, your focus, and your clarity shape the environment that you lead. When you operate from trust, you operate from alignment, you inspire trust and alignment in your teams and others around you. Harmonic convergence teaches us that aligned thoughts, actions, and emotions create resonance. When you lead from the place of resonance, you create cultures that naturally scale and expand. Because leadership isn't about solving every problem. It's about holding a frequency, an embodied frequency of clarity that empowers others to find solutions. When you lead with quantum presence, solutions emerge much faster and much more powerfully than they would otherwise. AI and other systems can support scaling in many ways, but the energy of the leader is the true driver. Systems can manage data, but only you can manage the frequency of your leadership. So ask yourself, how can I lead with more presence? How can I lead with more trust and alignment to create a future that scales naturally? Quantum leadership isn't about control. It's about holding that powerful, energetic presence that inspires, uplifts, and empowers growth in your team and everyone that you touch. Through symbiotic transformation, we also have quantum scaling opportunities. As I mentioned with leadership, growth isn't about forcing anything. It's not about control. It's not about forcing results. It's about evolving through flow and feedback from the reality that you're creating. And symbiotic transformation teaches us that growth happens when systems and people adapt together. Scaling becomes natural when you create these adaptive ecosystems that are out there, like evolving in real time. In the quantum realms and models of things, change isn't a threat, it's an opportunity. And resistance to change blocks growth. Embracing change opens new doors to possibilities that you may not have ever considered or imagined. The feedback isn't criticism, it's data from the quantum field showing you where to adjust, course correct, and realign. The businesses that do scale the fastest are the ones that adapt the fastest. They're fluid, they're nimble, they're responsive, and they're willing to evolve without friction. So ask yourself, where am I resisting feedback? Where am I resisting change? How can I welcome change as a catalyst for quantum growth in my own personal journey and in my business growth? Quantum scaling is about adaptation to the reality of the challenges that you're facing and creating flow out of that. When you embrace feedback, you evolve with it. Then you align with the natural rhythm of growth. This is also the frequency of wealth, the frequency of expansion. Wealth isn't just money, it's frequency, right? It's the energy you align with and allow into your life. And if you operate from scarcity, you're blocking flow. But if you operate from abundance, you're attracting flow. Your frequency shapes your experience. And the more that you embody wealth energetically through your thoughts, through your emotions, through your actions, the more you align with it physically. The quantum field doesn't just respond to what you want, it responds to what you are, who you're being. Become the energy of wealth, and wealth will naturally align with you. The prism of the aeons teaches that reality reflects inner alignment. If you scale your energy, then you'll scale your business. So ask yourself, what limiting beliefs about wealth am I ready to release right now? How can I embody a more aligned energy of wealth today in the present moment? Because wealth is a frequency. If you align with it, if you embody with it, and you will scale. That's what will happen. Your inner alignment determines the outer expansion that you experience. So scaling isn't about just adding more tactics. It's about aligning with higher consciousness, embodying the frequency of wealth, and leading with presence and clarity. Align your thoughts and energy with your vision. Lead with quantum presence. Hold the frequency of clarity and trust for you, your team, your clients, for everyone around you. Adapt through the feedback and embrace the change on the path of quantum growth. Create that quantum growth for yourself. Embody the frequency of wealth, and knowing that energy precedes what will materialize in your reality. It will materialize from the energy that you put into it. Scaling isn't about force, it's about alignment. And when your consciousness is clear, scaling becomes effortless. If this resonates, stay connected. Like, subscribe, and comment. Share your thoughts and join this journey of conscious leadership and limitless expansion, because scaling isn't about luck. It's about alignment. And you're not just part of the shift, you are the shift. So let's lead it and shape it together.